up, everybody? It's your 5-star realtor, Joshua Ingram, partnered with Page Properties Team, brokered by EXP. We're on another episode of the Dream Builders Podcast, brand new episode. Right now, I have Steve Oggs with me. How you doing, Steve Oggs? He is the F15 pilot for the Desert Storm. And also I have Bryan Nicholson right here with me.
Good to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And Bryan Nicholson, he is the U.S. Vet founder. In today's episode, we're talking about supporting William Tell. But I cannot forget my co-host, Bradford Page with Page Properties Team.
What's up, Joshua?
Doing good. So, our podcast, we're here to help buyers, sellers, and agents reach their real estate goals. But this podcast right here is a little different because we're supporting William Tell. And can y'all explain more about the movement or why y'all here?
Sure. In 1953 in Korea was the last time an American serviceman was killed by an enemy aircraft from the air. It's called Air Dominance Day for a reason, because it's the last time that happened. A year later, the Air Force in 1954 launched an exercise called William Tell, which was designed to bring air power together and protect all of the troops on the ground. That was the beginning of William Tell.
Oh, wow.
And that exercise continued every other year right up until 2004, the last time it was held, because of all of the operational tempo and all the things that were happening around the world. But the whole exercise is a competition for the top air superiority fighters in America.
Yeah.
So that's why we're here, because William Tell is coming back in September of 2023 for the first time in 19 years. So
Wow.
that's William Tell.
Years.
It's first time.
Okay.
So that's why we're here.
So the competition, what is in the resumes of these contenders in this kind of competition?
Well, it's a pretty tight group of resumes.
Real Top Gun.
It kind of is. It's kind of like the movies, only different.
Yeah.
So the contenders this year is I call it a spin-up exercise. In other words, it's the first time in a long time. And so they brought 9 wings of fighters into this. So 3 F-15 wings, which I flew an F-15, so they go first. The F-22 guys might beg to differ with that now. There's 3 F-22 units and 3 F-35 units.
Oh, wow.
So those 9 different wings, which are basically places around the United States, they're sending pilots, maintainers, weapons experts, intelligence folks, all to come here to compete. And there's the exercises, there's a whole series of different kinds of profiles where they will fight each other, and they will fight the other folks that are coming in to be the bad guys.
Wow.
They're called Red Air. So we have aggressors coming in, we have T-38s, we have F-18s, we have a whole bunch of some unknown folks coming in to surprise the good guys, the Blue Air, in the competition, which will last a week.
So I have a question. So of course they're not real bullets they're shooting.
Well, actually, in one of the exercises they are.
Oh, wow.
It's called the banner exercise, where they actually shoot the gun.
Oh.
So they go out with there's some brave soul that's out in an airplane flying, and they tow a banner behind it. And so the fighters get behind the banner, and they pull the trigger to put bullets in the banner.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So hopefully they don't lead the banner.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Or the banner start moving because the wind, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of that's a one-time good deal, and that would be the end of that program. But yeah, so for the most part, it's all simulated combat. But the reason they're here at the Air Dominance Center in Savannah is because the Savannah airspace is very unique.
Yeah.
It's very large. The combination of what the airspace can do and the naval bases and lots of other cool things that are in this general area make it a great place to come train.
That's awesome. So, Bryan, I have a question. I understood that y'all are running a fundraiser right now for the Air Dominance Center, correct?
We are.
Okay, so can you tell us more about that aspect? I heard that a website is coming out this Thursday, or not this Thursday when the video is posted, but coming up soon this week. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, and it's an interesting story behind the need for this movement to support William Tell. The work that Steve has done with the First Fighter Association was to bring morale and welfare and recreation events to William Tell, because the urgency of getting William Tell brought back this year did not allow for the budget to cover that from the government side. having been there, understanding these things, First Fighter Association put together a program for defense contractors. You would think, hey, okay, that's a good idea. All these big names, they got the equipment, right?
Yeah.
So Lockheed Martin, thank you. Boeing, thank you. A couple others on the fence. But the big news in all of this, shockingly so, and disappointing and demoralizing to the troops, the airmen, a bunch of these defense contractors did not prioritize supporting this. We're talking,
but it's not too late.
it's not too late. It's not too late.
Not too late.
Hey,
You can
defense contractors, please, please, please. No kidding, please. But here's what happened, and I believe it's important. A few weeks ago, final planning conference took place here in Savannah. We got F-22 pilots, the entire White Force, the leader of that, who's here putting everything together. We sat down and talked about this, and it was really interesting to hear their perspective on what it means to come to an event like this. You go to the Super Bowl, you go to the Masters tournament, you go to the World Series, the stadium is full of people, okay? You got spin up to that. You got all the events. Not an event like this. Hey, we can't jump in the cockpit and go with these guys.
There's no hot air balloons going to be hanging out over the top.
Not exactly, yeah, chasing the banner, right? Yeah. So it's interesting how the connection is not the same. And with the defense contractors no-showing in a big way on this, it became clear that a grassroots effort was important. And we really believe it's a great moment.
Yeah.
You know, so I met these guys this morning at BPR, right?
Pooler Business
Referral team. Yeah.
Okay.
PBRT.
I walk in, I don't believe in coincidences, and this, thank you to our veterans, was the first thing I saw when I walked in there, and it was thrilling to see it. And I don't know about most of you folks out there. I think a lot of us, you see a veteran out on the street, you know, at a restaurant, wherever, you thank you. And those things are meaningful. But this is a moment, and I may want to ask you to say a word about that, because Steve's got a real interesting insight on how there are these different levels of thank you. Would you say something about that, and then I'll come back to support William Tell? It's an important matter.
Part of the struggle for a lot of people is to relate to a veteran. And it depends on their family, it depends on whether they've served, it depends on who they know that have served. But I know a lot of people feel uncomfortable because all they can think to say is thank you for your service. And they mean it from the heart. The challenge is that when you hear the same thing over and over and over and over again, after a while you get numb to it. So a lot of the military people, you know, it's kind of like the obligatory thank you for your service, have a nice day, whatever. And so you have two sides of the same coin. You have the people who really do appreciate the service and want to find a meaningful way to say thank you. And you have the active duty military who, at this point in American history, are burned out, they are tired, they've been all over the world nonstop, actually since Desert Storm. It hasn't stopped in the last 30 years. And they are underfunded, under-equipped, under everything. They are maxed out. So they are, you know, in many cases, if you look at our military, we have trouble recruiting and trouble retaining the people who've been trained through very expensive processes. So you've got burned out people who hear thank you for your service, whatever, and you hear the people who really do, and so it creates a real a dual challenge.
Yeah.
So because there are a ton of people that really do appreciate it and really want to show their appreciation, but don't have any real way to do it.
Yeah.
You know, you can't go, like Brian's saying, you can't go buy tickets to the Super Bowl and go sit there and watch them. It's all classified. You know, even if you could watch them, you can't go into the vault and watch what they're doing or learn what they're really doing or watch their tapes. You can't do any of that stuff. So it creates a real challenge.
So here's the bottom line for this Support William Tell movement. With defense contractors not stepping up the way it was expected, there is a shortfall of several $100,000. The plan is ready. The people in Savannah, my goodness, the wonderful people in here in Savannah who have helped plan this, but if the money does not come through, then there are numerous events at William Tell that are not going to happen. So we created the website, supportwilliamtell.com. You can go there, you can support this effort, And you'll see when you get there, the conversation there, it's about morale. Yeah. And that's a topic that we could talk about for hours. We just barely touch on it. But if you want to have a direct impact on the morale of supporting these folks, go there, give $5, give 10, give 50, give 100. There are other special promotions there for U.S. Vets, the company that we're bringing to the market this Veterans Day of this year. We stepped in ahead of our schedule to put something together, a very, very special offer. And it's there, so I don't want to take up the time here to talk about that. That offer is explained there. But what we need now, the people at Fundraiser who have the site that allows you to do this kind of thing, they met with us, they reviewed our entire plan, they said, wonderful plan, do it like this, we need to get it going, and we need people to give, like, and share.
For sure.
Give, like, and share.
Give, like, and share.
Come on.
Give, like, and share.
That's it. Give, like, and share.
For sure.
And get it going and don't stop it. And we can hit this goal. They told us goals of this size have been achieved in this period of time.
Yeah.
I'll jump in here. So I've been in Savannah 20 years after coming down from New England. So I'm one of those, I'm a damn Yankee. I didn't go home. I'm still here. But, one of the things we always hear, and we see it a lot, and I don't know how long you all have been here, but I think you'll see it very quickly, is we pride ourselves in being a huge supporter of military. Now, obviously, it returns the favor. We got Hunter Army Air Force Base. We got the Air Dominance Center. We got Beaufort. We got Fort Stewart. And so we are very appreciative of our military and what they do. And it's an important part of our community, our economy, and of course of our lifestyle and defense of that lifestyle. So we really do appreciate it. So it's an opportunity for everybody in Savannah, everybody who sees this and hears it. You mentioned a number today that was, if everybody was able to do, what we're looking at, I think it was something you can do on one hand, right?
Yeah, $5. $5. Just do $5 and then like it and then share it. And exponential math on something like this, it begins to take over. It just grows and grows and grows. And the things that are going to happen, it's explained on the website. You poke around there, there's a lot of information available at supportwilliamtell.com. You can see all the things that are planned. It's going to be amazing.
For sure. Well, I'm just going to cut it short real quick. Again, what's the website again?
Supportwilliamtell.com.
Supportwilliamtell.com. And we're here for our veterans, and we're here to serve the community. Thank you so much, Bryan, for coming out. And thank you so much, Steve, for coming out on the Dream Builders podcast. This podcast was sponsored by Page Properties team, the Dream E.N.T, real estate for a reason, and make real estate fun again. I hope to catch you on the next episode. Be blessed and be safe. Peace.